Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Gurley Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Leighton. We have Brigitte, Cueter, Carino. All these are coming up and more. Afterward from our sponsors, please stay with us.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 901-245-4874. That's 901-245-4874. 901-245-4874. That's 901-245-4874.
A Philippine Air Force trainer aircraft crashed in the middle of a rice field in Pilar Town, Bataan on Wednesday. Philippine Air Force spokesperson Colonel Maria Consuelo Castillo said 2 pilots were flying the plane for a recurrency training. The SF-260 aircraft took off from the Major Danilo Atienza Air Base in Sangley Point, Cavite around 10 in the morning. But 30 minutes into the flight, the Air Force lost track of the plane.
We lost track of them because we've been tracking our military aircraft to our Spider track. Their estimated takeoff from Sangley was around 9:59 a.m. Usually po, yun po yung kanilang training area.
Okay.
Because there are designated training areas. It's a recurrency training po. Usually, we usually do that recurrency for our pilots.
Several farmers and residents who witnessed the plane descending towards the field immediately called authorities. But the 2 pilots died on the spot.
Taas ka, medyo biling na yung lipad niya, tapos dire-diretso na siyang bubulosok sa buhay. Wala nang andar yung makina niya, ipatay na yung makina.
Mabilis ang pagbulusok niya?
Medyo
pumikot-ikot siya?
Oo, umikot-ikot. Parang dire-diretso yung bubulosok.
Yung sakay po niya, hindi na po niya, lifeless body na po yung inabot namin dito nung pagpunta namin.
The Philippine Air Force has already grounded its entire fleet of SF-260s while investigation into the incident is ongoing. The SF-260 is an aerobatic basic trainer aircraft of the Philippine Air Force that also serves as a light attack combat aircraft. AFP Chief of Staff General Andres Santino said the Philippine Air Force will extend all the necessary assistance and support to the bereaved families of the fatalities.
Meron naman tayong mga benefits na binibigay for those unfortunately suffering from those kind of accidents. If the commanding general of the Philippine Air Force find it necessary to have sanctions or measures to prevent the occurrence of the same mishap, then I have to concur with the recommendations.
Santino also assured the public that the Philippine Air Force will continue to perform its mandate to provide air support for military operations and disaster response despite the mishap.
It has been more than a day after a plane with 5 passengers and a pilot on board went missing in Isabela. The 6-seater plane was declared missing by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines past 3 in the afternoon, Tuesday. 4 of the 5 passengers on board are relatives of Aname Kamatoy, 10-year-old son Zam Sigera, 20-year-old son Mark Aaron, 15-year-old nephew Rom Joshua Manaday, and 33-year-old brother Val Kamatoy. Mark Aaron was able to post the video before the plane went missing.
2:16 to be exact, meron po akong may my day po yung anak ko. Nasa airplane na sila sa taas. Maayos po yung panahon eh. Yung my day niya na yon, nakasakay na po sila sa Cessna.
Opo.
Airplane.
They were supposed to take a 30-minute flight to Makunakon from Kawayan Airport to attend the burial of a family member. Anna called all the mobile phones of her 3 sons. Not one of them answered. By 8 p.m., their phones can no longer be reached.
Gawin po nila yung lahat ng paraan na magagawa nila to find my family. Gusto ko pong maibalik sila. I know buhay sila eh. Gusto ko lang po talagang maibalik sila dito ngayon. Gusto ko pong malaman kasi ang hirap maghintay eh. Kagabi pa po ako naghihintay, 5 o'clock. Anong oras na ngayon? 11, 12. Wonder yung oras, yung araw. Gusto ko nang malaman ngayon.
Another passenger's relative, Redentor Gubatan, also tried to call his sister Perla, but there was no answer. Perla was supposed to visit her business at Makunakon.
Alam ko naman yung area na yun, talagang bulubundukin. Sana ma-search nila kagad kung ano na yung nangyari. Tanggap na namin, ma'am. Kasi ganun nga yung sitwasyon sa area na yun.
The attempted phone calls to the passengers helped the rescuers narrow down the area where they could search for the missing aircraft. Through the calls sent to a telecommunications company, authorities were able to determine the phones were within the 20-kilometer radius of a cell tower at Makunakon. But rescue efforts are being hampered by the bad weather.
Nag-attempt po ng rescue operations kanina, ng search and rescue operations. However po, talagang unfavorable yung weather sa area, so they had to go back. Standby pa rin po ang ating helicopters. Medyo malawak po yung search area, sir. Medyo unfavorable po, bulubundukin po kasi, sir, yung area alleged area.
Depende sa weather. Number 1 factor yan yung weather. Actually, yung Cessna is safe naman to fly. Marami pang factors tayo to consider what causes the disappearance or crash of the aircraft.
The Philippine Air Force has temporarily suspended their aerial search. The rescuers are now relying on the military and police conducting ground and search operations. The aircraft's operator, Our Builders, said they are communicating with the relatives and has sent 2 of their aircraft to help the search team. The authorities promise to continue the search as soon as the weather permits.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
ViaTimes, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. ViaTimes for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. ViaTime has very interesting columnists. You name it, ViaTimes has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call ViaTimes at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today I have a very interesting very young and very beautiful lady from Korea who will be talking to us about exciting product which is going to be lighting the world. It's about the light that she discovered. And her name is Alice Chun, and she is the inventor and founder of Solight-Design.
Yes.
Okay, Alice, can you please tell our viewing audience about this light that you have invented?
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I'm Alice Chun. I'm an inventor and CEO of Solight-Design. And back in 2010, when the Haiti earthquake happened, I was teaching at Columbia University in the architecture department. And by that time, there were so many natural disasters happening, and everything was acclimating to many disasters all the time due to climate change. And when the Haiti earthquake happened, I decided that it was time to step in and try to help and do something. So my research was in solar technology, and early on I was sewing solar panels to fabric because the material technology is such that everything's getting thinner, lighter, faster, and smarter. And being a Korean, I grew up doing origami, which is the art of folding paper. And I think a lot of children all over the world learn to do this when they're children. And I ended up researching all of these solar lights on the market, and they were all heavy, bulky, hard plastic, non-recyclable. And we needed something very compact, very light to disperse in emergency situations for disaster relief. So I use the origami balloon as a inspiration for the design. So this is the light, which is very, very flat. And this is the solar panel. And this one has different colors, but it just opens, pops open, expands, kind of like a bellow into a cube. And this one actually turns into different colors.
Wow. Really?
And no batteries needed. You just need the sun. And this one in particular, which has many different colors, I just brought a bunch of these and donated them to children. I actually went personally to deliver these lights to Ukraine. And I just got back a week ago. So the whole idea of this light is that basically it gets its energy from the sun. The sun is the most powerful source of energy that comes to the earth every day. But for giving to children, we also give them the hope and the story of the design that the sun is the most powerful source of energy, but the light of your heart and the light of your mind is more powerful than the sun. And if you keep fighting with that light, there's nothing you can't do. And it is the greatest weapon against injustice, fear, and despair. So when the children get these lights, their eyes pop open and they smile. And in this most recent case in Ukraine, many of the children were separated from their families. They had many of their families killed, shot and killed, so they were orphans. Some of them lost their leg or arm on top of losing family. And just having the ability to hope and have resilience and getting past this trauma was one of the reasons why I took the long journey to Ukraine to hand deliver these lights to the children.
going to Ukraine, and you just got back from there. Well, what what was it in Ukraine? There's a war going on right now. Why did you choose Ukraine to experiment your product with the children?
So actually, we've been doing humanitarian work for many, many years, since 2015. So every time there's been a disaster, we've been able to partner with different nonprofit organizations that get our lights to regions that have no power or blackouts. And I go myself sometimes to deliver the lights. So in 2017, there was a huge hurricane in the Caribbean, and Puerto Rico was decimated, and 3 million people had no power. And as you know, children are all very scared of the dark. And after a hurricane, they're even more traumatized. And it was interesting because some of the healthcare workers used our colored lights for PTSD therapy in children. And it helped them calm down. It helped them sleep at night. Many of them use them as night lights. But also, since they're portable and so easy to charge, no batteries needed. They were very easy and also beautiful to use. So I heard from a friend that the children in Ukraine were all experiencing trauma and PTSD in the hospitals, in the children's hospitals. And every time there was a blackout, the children would have traumatic events, and it took hours for the healthcare workers to calm them down. So when I heard this, I decided that was my cue to go and deliver these lights to the children. So it's important for me to go into these red zones, because it's one thing to just deliver aid and give supplies. It's another thing to give hope, wonder, beauty, and awe, which is just as important as utility.
Okay, so with the product you are using different color lights, and what those colors that you're using are corresponding to? Does it
So red light is used for a calming effect, helping people to calm down. Blue light is used for depression, has been used to help people with depression, and green light is used for headaches, for people with migraines, and purple light is also used. Yellow light is also used in some cases to even heal wounds. So right now in the beauty industry, red light and purple light is used for wrinkle removal with face masks. But emotionally, I think that it's something that we're all learning about now, and it's a burgeoning technology that more and more people are using for health benefits in terms of emotional treatment. So in any case, the children love these lights because it for them, it's kind of like magic, where something is very, very flat, and then it pops open into a cube pretty quickly. And for them, it's something that allows them to, stay out of the dark. But in our case, we try to give them the message that they're actually holding the sun in their hands. And with that power and the light within themselves, they are empowered to get through any difficult times, and that everything will be okay as long as they keep fighting with that light. So there's two purposes for me bringing the lights. One is, yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, as the sun is the main source for the solar light that you're having there, what if there's no how do you get the sun? Just like sometimes it's dark or raining and there's no sun. So how do you get the power or the source?
So, if it's a cloudy day, you can still charge the sun with the sun. It's just going to take longer. So instead of like 8 hours, you might need 16 hours to get 4 hours of light. So it really depends. But if the optimal environment would be bright sunlight. But if you don't have bright sunlight, you can still charge it. It's just going to take longer. And then also you could even charge it on a regular light bulb. The light from a regular lamp will charge it as well.
I see. For how long?
So they usually last 6 to 8 hours, and charging 8 hours in the sun. And then I've had customers that, you know, they buy it for camping or hiking or outdoors or their patio or garden, and some of them said that it lasted 7 years.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. And you talk about using origami, the paper art. What is the connection of the origami with your product?
So all of our products are collapsible because we want to compact the shipping process so that you're not paying so much for shipping, and also the lightness of all of the products. So this is another product which is called the Chun, and it has 2 big solar panels, but it also is like a star. It's a lotus, and it also has phone charging.
That's
so
beautiful.
This is a phone charger here where you can charge your phone. So this is the next level of individualized infrastructure that where you can use this to be off the grid if you're really stuck without any power.
Great, terrific. Are you mass producing these products right now?
Yes, our website is solight-design.com, SOLIGHT-design.com, and you can buy our products online for camping or gift giving or emergencies, because now almost everyone has a blackout. California with the storms, with snowstorms in the north, to hurricanes, and now in places of war, the Russians have bombed all of the power stations in Ukraine in order to keep people in the dark. So this is what we have in terms of the need of this type of light, and ours are very durable, and they last a very long time, but they're also beautiful. And we believe that design provides dignity. We don't believe that just utility is the answer, but we should also give beauty, wonder, and awe.
I would prefer using that instead of a flashlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Are you planning to go to other countries, poor countries, like some countries in Asia, to help people out there about the lights, the lighting problems that they are having?
Yeah, I haven't gone personally, but our partners work in Laos, in Cambodia, in India, to Kenya, to Uganda and Ghana, Senegal. We have a number of nonprofit partners that buy our lights for giving to these rural areas, and we have a special discount for those nonprofits in order for them to deliver these lights. And so we're in many Asian countries. I've used to do humanitarian work in Korea when I was in high school, but we have many church groups that go on missions, and they take our lights to give. And because one thing is, when you're living without power at night, it's very dangerous for the elderly, because if you can't see where you're going, then you'll trip and fall, and that's a health risk, as well as young children and young women. And for instance, in the tent camps in Haiti, it's very important to have light at night, because they would be kidnapped or assaulted in the dark. And if you have light, you have surveillance and you have safety.
Yes, you are right. I wonder if you have or your partners included the country of the Philippines in your list of countries to be helped.
Well, if you knew of any nonprofits that you want to connect us to, I think Philippines would be a really great place to have our lights, because there is a lot of sun in the Philippines due to the location of the country, but also I know that the economic strata of Philippines, there's the very, very wealthy, and there's also the very poor and underserved communities that would benefit from saving money on batteries or candles or kerosene. Kerosene is very expensive and dangerous, and it's toxic. And this is completely non-toxic. The energy is free, because the sun is free after you get the light. So if you want to connect us with a community, we'd be happy to discuss the partnership with them.
Terrific. So really sounds good. And how much is the price?
So if you go to our website at Solight-Design, these come in different sizes. This one, this big one is $110 retail, but we have special discount pricing for nonprofits. This one is around $30. We have another smaller one that's about $20. But for humanitarian dissemination, we have special partnerships where we help each other get these lights to where they are needed the most.
Very interesting, Alice. At such a young age, I really salute you for discovering a
I'm not young. You're so kind. You're very, very kind. I'm not young. But thank you. Thank you so much.
Young to me and beautiful. And I thank you together with our viewers about your intellect and smartness in discovering this unusual product, and that's helping a lot of people all over the world. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Wishing you good luck to all your undertakings. And well, keep us updated about your products and wherever you're going around the world. And
absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, and thank you for gracing our show today, Miss Alice Chun, the discoverer, inventor of the Solight-Design. Thank you, and we hope you. Maraming salamat. And that is thank you in our language. What's thank you?
Could you say it again?
Maraming salamat sa iyo.
Maraming salamat sa iyo.
And what is thank you in Korean?
Kamsahamnida.
Oh, that is it's as hard as our.
I know, sorry.
It's
How did you hear about us?
I think I heard about you through online, our email, and I think it was Melissa who was the one the
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you. You seem like such a sweet woman, and please connect me to, community that is working in the Philippines.
Yes, I'm thinking about that while talking to you. For sure, I will connect you and we'll talk to you further.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day.
Have a great day to you too. Bye.
Bye.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
US Med, a trusted supplier of diabetes equipment for nearly 30 years, has great news for people living with diabetes and the pain of regular testing. The days of repeated, painful finger sticks are over. Now you can wear a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, and eliminate routine finger sticks. If you use insulin daily to manage your condition, a continuous glucose monitor could help you control your diabetes and reduce or eliminate those painful finger sticks. If you have Medicare or private insurance, US Med can deliver a CGM system right to your door. And if you qualify, there may be little or no cost to you. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurer directly. Don't spend one more painful day testing your blood sugar. Call now to get your continuous glucose monitoring system so you can take control of your diabetes and get back to enjoying life.
Call US Med now.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very young and good-looking Filipino. He's a first-generation Filipino American. His name is Mike Movido. Mike Movido is invited today in this show to talk about what he's planning to do in his community involvement. And Mike is running for the Niles. Is it Niles Library Board? Niles,
Yes.
Niles Main District Library Board as a trustee, right?
Correct.
All right, Mike. Well, to start with, will you please tell our viewing audience about your background as a young Filipino American here in Chicago?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for having me, Veronica. My name is Mike. I was born in Chicago. I've been here my whole life. I was born in the city. I grew up in the western suburbs, and I lived in Chicago for about 10 years before moving to Niles, Illinois, where I am right now, just outside of the city. I have two young boys, Eli and Silas. Eli is almost 2 years old. Silas is 4 months old. So my wife and I have our hands full. My parents are both from the Manila area in the Philippines. I'm one of the first people in my entire family to be born in the US, which I don't take for granted. I was really excited when my wife and I moved to Niles because it is a very diverse area. There is a very strong Filipino community here. We have, really great Filipino-owned businesses like Village Creamery and Tita Mia's, if anyone is familiar with those establishments here. But I noticed that there's really no representation for Filipinos at the local government level, and that includes the library. The library is really personal for my family because it's my son Eli's favorite place in the world. We go every day. And my son Silas was the youngest library card holder in the history of the library. When we brought him home from the hospital, we went to the library first. That was our first stop. So the library staff were the first people to meet him. The saying is, it takes a village to raise a child, and we have 2 young children, but no village. And the library has really become our village. And the staff there love my kids love them. And the library really needs help. There've been the current library board has made some very damaging decisions that have caused a lot of staff to leave, that have cut funding for the library, and just caused a lot of chaos. And I want to make sure that the library is protected so that other people who love the library can continue to use it.
Wow. All right. A beautiful family. The baby in the family got a library card right away.
Yeah.
On his way home from the hospital. That's really nice to know. And okay, it seems that you really love the library. And how big is the Niles main library?
So the library it's pretty large. It serves the district is about 60,000 residents. So it's large enough to support 60,000 people. And unfortunately, the staff has been, I think, cut in half. So that they're having a hard time maintaining services, maintaining programs for the community. And so I want to make sure that they can keep that going.
So you and the whole family apparently love to read and visit the library, right?
We do.
Yeah. So I know what as okay, you're running for the board of trustee the library. Are there other people who are running for the position?
Yeah. So there are 9 candidates running for 4 open positions on the board. I am running, so there are different terms that are staggered on the board. I'm running for a 4-year term. And there are 2 other candidates that are also running for the 4-year term. One of them is currently on the board, and he's really been the one that's led these efforts to gut the library, to make it less effective, to make it less attractive to the community, which is really unfortunate. And he's also someone who doesn't believe that there should be foreign language books available in the library, which doesn't make sense when we have a community that is 40% immigrant, and more than half of the population speaks a different language, including the Filipino community. But there's immigrants from all over the world that live in Niles, and they deserve to feel like they're represented and they belong at the library.
What I wonder what is his reason for not favoring the for the library to be open to the other ethnic groups as far as books in languages is concerned.
Yeah, I wonder that too. I think that's just his old way of thinking. He doesn't believe that some people should feel like they belong, and I disagree with that. So I want to make sure that everyone in the community believes that they belong and that they can use the library.
Okay, when is the upcoming election going to be held?
The election will be on April 4th.
Okay, yeah, you should really be working to get elected, because I think you'll be a good one in the board.
Thank you.
So anyway, here's one personal question. Being a library lover person, how do you think the internet is affecting the library going people?
That's a really good question. I think libraries have to evolve, and we've seen libraries evolve in other communities where they've kept up with technology changes and the needs of the community. And I think that's what the Niles Library has done a good job up until this point of doing, of providing services and programs beyond just having books. I don't think a library is just a building with books. If a library was only a building with books, then my house would be a library. It provides so many other services to the community that I think the community really should be taking advantage of. But like I said, it's becoming harder and harder when funding is being cut, when staffing is being cut, that they can't support a lot of those services and programs outside of just having books.
Okay, how were you able to manage to have your children love books?
I think it was just natural for Eli, my older son. That's just his personality. He has never really gravitated towards toys. In his room, he has a bunch of toys that he just doesn't play with, but he loves reading. He loves when we read to him. He loves, finding new books to read. Every day we're reading to him all the time. And that's just what he has taken to. I think it is more of his personality than anything. And he also loves the library staff. And I think that's part of it too, is the library staff really do care for the community. They care for the people that are coming to the library, and they really get to know you, and they really find books that you'll enjoy. And they've done that for Eli. They've really made it a welcoming space for him where he feels safe and he feels loved. So I think that's what has made him grow his love for books.
How about TV watching?
He doesn't really watch TV either. And as a family, we don't watch that much TV. I think when you have two children at that age, it's hard to even set aside time for TV. But even when we've tried to introduce him to children's shows, he hasn't seemed very interested. But he still continues to be interested in books. So I think it's a blessing in disguise for us. We don't have to, put him in front of a screen all day. He loves to just use his imagination and read books and hang out at the library.
What did you do, or maybe even doing up to now, instead of hiring a babysitter or in front, or leaving him in front of a TV? What did you guys do in making him love books?
Yeah, my wife is a stay-at-home mom. That was a decision that we made together. She decided she would leave her job when she was pregnant with Eli, and she has not regretted that choice. She wants to be with our kids while they're young. They're only going to be young for so long. So, and she can always go back to her career, later on when they're older. So that's something that she really valued. And so I'm the one working, and I work from home, which is also an advantage. I get to go, I work in the basement, and I get to go upstairs on my breaks in between meetings and for lunch, and I get to spend time with them when I'm not working. So we're always around, we're always with our kids, and we're making sure that they feel loved, and that they're not just in front of a TV screen.
What do you do for a living?
I am a marketing director at an advertising agency. I oversee digital advertising for a number of different large brands, some of the largest brands in the world, and I manage budgets in the tens of millions of dollars for them, and making sure that they are running their advertising in the right places to reach their customers.
Oh, wow, very good. That's really very amazing. Okay, as a candidate for the board of for the library board of the Niles, Maine. Okay, one last word for you, for our viewers, that maybe some of them are members of the or residents of Niles right now. One last word.
Yeah, I would say that just remember to vote your conscience, vote for the people that are looking out for the best of the community. I want to work for the good of the community, for the good of the library, and for the good of the library staff too, because the staff are part of the community, and not all of the candidates are working for the best interest of everyone. I think I'm the perfect candidate to really represent the needs of the community, and be a good steward of the library's resources.
All right, very good. I wish you good luck, Mike, Mr. Mike Movido. Any one of you who's watching us right now, and you're a voter in the library, Niles Library, Maine, right? Niles Maine District, right? And if you're really familiar with this election, please vote for Mr. Mike Movido, our kababayan, who is running for this really very important position. Thank you for gracing our show today, Mike.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. I wish you good luck. And give us a call back if you would need some more help.
Thank you so much.
We're so proud of you. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Mike.
Bye.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. 1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21-karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Good afternoon. This is Brigitte, Carino, Cueter, bringing you this week's local news from our community. The Illinois Department of Transportation is hosting free virtual workshops in February as part of its continuing Building Blocks of Success series for disadvantaged business enterprise firms interested in strengthening their skills, growing their business, and bidding on state projects. New and existing DBEs, as well as firms interested in becoming certified in the program, are invited. Future topics covered will include avoiding pitfalls, daily documentation contracts, construction materials requirements, getting paid, steps needed to be certified as a DBE firm, and more. Illinoisans will be turning up their thermostats to stay warm for the rest of the winter season, which brings an increased risk of home fires and carbon monoxide incidents. Unlike smoke, carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas, only detectable by special devices and CO alarms. The Office of the State Fire Marshal encourages residents to have their furnaces checked, change furnace filters, and make sure carbon monoxide and smoke detectors are functioning properly. According to the National Fire Protection Association, heating is the second leading cause of home fires and home fire injuries, and the third leading cause of home fire deaths. Local fire departments across the country responded to an estimated average of 48,530 fires involving heating equipment per year in 2014 to 2018, accounting for 14% of all reported home fires during this time. Recent research has found that women who receive the COVID-19 vaccine may experience temporary changes to their menstrual cycle length and increased symptoms associated with their period. The effects were more pronounced in those who received 2 doses of the vaccine within the same cycle, with their cycle length increasing by an average of 3.7 days. It is unclear what the effects of a COVID-19 infection are on menstrual cycles, although some studies have suggested a low percentage of people may experience a change in cycle length. While the effects of the vaccine and infection on fertility and reproductive health are uncertain, research suggests that the benefits of getting vaccinated, such as a decreased chance of hospitalization and critical care admissions, outweigh the risks. The cycle length of those who get the vaccine typically returns to normal after 1 or 2 cycles. There will be no PP, suck it, or duck you for Illinois drivers. Those are just a few of the nearly 400 requests for vanity and personalized license plates that were rejected by the Illinois Secretary of State's office in 2022, according to Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias. Last year, 54,236 Illinoisans requested vanity and personalized plate requests, and 383 were shot down due to their tawdry, lewd, or offensive nature, or because they were difficult to read. "We love the creativity and pride Illinoisans take in choosing their personalized license plates," said Secretary Giannoulias. "Most plate requests are approved, but a small percentage fail to meet the standards of good taste and decency and are rejected because they violate the state's vehicle code." Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had priests come to her San Francisco home to perform an exorcism after her husband was severely attacked in November, according to her daughter. Alexandra Pelosi, the daughter of Nancy Pelosi, told the New York Times that her mother called priests to perform an exorcism of the house over Thanksgiving, just weeks after David DePape allegedly attacked Paul Pelosi with a hammer. Nancy Pelosi, her daughter said, felt guilty that her husband was injured by a man who was looking for her. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Brigitte. See you next time.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives. If you're struggling with your own tax nightmare, we've got great news. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now, you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
And that's our show for today. Thank you all for watching Chicago Philippine Reports TV. We hope you will stay safe and enjoying this day with your family and friends. I'm Maria Girly Pascual. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay and we'll see you back here next week.